Today, I'd like to introduce you to Spacelift Intent. This is natural language AI infrastructure deployment using your existing LLM. And what that means is that we can simply just configure Spacelift. It has an MCP server with it. We connect that to our LLM, and then we can just use natural language to deploy and manage infrastructure. So let's take a look at what that looks like. If we come in here, I'm using Claude Desktop. You can also use Claude Online, and you can use pretty much any LLM that you can attach an MCP server to. We've gone through and already configured that inside of the infrastructure, and we've configured Claude here to use our Intent MCP server. So what we can do is anything we want, really. Let's take a look and say, can you please list my active infrastructure for the Intent MCP server? All right, if we look here, it's generating out all of the stuff we've got. We've got 5 random strings. We've got 5 development EC2 instances. We've got 5 production EC2 instances. All of this stuff was created and is managed using AI with Spacelift Intent. So if we come through, we don't just want to be able to look at what we've got. We actually want to be able to build the thing. So let's come through and say, can you help me build an EC2 instance using Amazon Linux in a t3.micro size and have it adhere to policy. Now let's see what happens. Well, it looks like we have 2 active policies set here, prevent public X3 access and prevent public EC2 access. Both of these were actually created using our LLM here with Intent. It looks like our policy compliant EC2 instance has been created. We've got our instance details here and everything spit out, and we can actually come through and say, please list again the active resources in this project. It's going to come through just like it did before, and it's going to list all of our infrastructure summary here. We've got 16 resources now instead of 15. We've got all of our random strings. We've got our policy compliant EC2 instance, and it's even marked this as new for us. So you can see we're able to do active state management using the LLM. But that's not even really the cool part. The cool part comes in for all of our platform teams and DevOps teams. And if we jump over into the Spacelift platform, we can actually come through and look at all of the active resources that are happening inside of this project. We can look at the history of all of the things that were created and deleted and everything that was going on. We can look at what policies we have. So you can see our EC2 access policy and our S3 policy. We've got our integration into our cloud account, which you can have multiple cloud providers set up into a project, or you can have multiple cloud accounts set up to multiple Intent projects. We can also set up environment variables that we may need. So you have total control over what's happening, but be able to use the speed of AI in order to rapidly prototype or develop. I like to think of this as intent engineering. It's something really cool that we're super happy to announce here, and we have an early access program that's now available. For more information, check us out at spacelift.io.